Congratulations, you just purchased the CFC SG250 Bike in a Box, which means you saved extra money on your purchase, but also you get the enjoyment of assembling this motorcycle yourself. We're going to take you through a video series step by step through the assembly process and preparing this motorcycle so you too can enjoy the ride. Building up your bike in a box is easy with just a few simple hand tools. These can be found around most households. As you can see, we have some sockets, wrenches, Allens, Phillips screwdriver. We've also included a few other items that make the adjustments much more efficient and easy when preparing your motorcycle and providing routine maintenance. We have broken down this video series into segments so that we take you from the state of the crate to the fully assembled motorcycle. But assembling is only part of the equation. We also want to take you step by step through inspections and adjustments so that your machine is roadworthy and safe. In this video, we're going to be removing the box and dismantling the crate so we have access to the motorcycle and parts. And it's only going to require a few simple things: utility knife, wire cutters, 12mm socket, but most importantly, I'm going to use a second set of hands. You too will need a friend to help you assemble your motorcycle. Before we use a 12mm socket to disassemble the crate, I want to first point out some parts that we're going to take off first. The front wheel is attached to the side of the crate. The handlebar is zip tied along the top. You've got the front fender down here in this box. This box is full of multiple parts. Typically somewhere along the floor of the crate, you'll see a small bag with the exhaust gasket, and then the exhaust itself is attached down on the bottom. Now we're ready to use a 12mm socket to remove the bolts. We will use a 14mm wrench. With these cross members, there's a nut on the inside. We're going to leave some of this bubble wrap just to protect things as we go along, but I am going to pull this back so that I can have access to this cross member. This is attached to the lower clamps for the handlebar. Before we go any further, let's take a look at the parts. We've got the exhaust, the handlebar, the exhaust gasket, the front fender, and then that box full of parts. Let's take a look at what's in there. Now that we've removed all the bags and parts from the box, let's take a closer look. The battery is self-explanatory, mirrors are self-explanatory, you've got a little user's manual, but then don't hold too much weight on the labeling of these bags. You can see this is labeled front fender, and this is actually a tail light. So from the factory, this is mislabeled, but we're going to spread all these parts out and show you exactly what you're going to need for each part of the assembly. Now we've unboxed all the parts and laid them out. I recommend you doing the same thing, maybe even taking a picture of what you've got, help yourself stay better organized. But as we go through each segment of these videos, we're going to show you step by step and each group of parts individually for an easier way to see things. Right now I just wanted to give you an overview of the parts. You've got your front fender mounting hardware, your handlebar clamp, front wheel spacer, front wheel axle nut, your handlebar, bar end weights, front fender, your exhaust gasket, exhaust mounting nuts. One of these, the longer of the two bolts, is going to be the rear mount for your exhaust, your foot pegs, battery strap, your side stand and hardware, your rear foot brake and hardware, and your tail light and license plate mounting hardware. One of the first things we want to look at is the battery. That way we can go ahead and get the initial charge put on the battery. All new batteries need to be put on a charger prior to being used. This battery probably has some voltage. It might even be close to 12 volts. It's a 12-volt battery going on a 12-volt system. However, when this battery is nice and healthy and fully charged, even sitting on a shelf, it's probably somewhere closer to 13 volts that it's holding. If you have a battery charger at home, great. If you don't, I recommend the Duo Optimate battery tender / charger that CSC offers. I like this particular battery tender because it can be used to set up that initial charge to work that new battery, but it can also be used throughout the life of the battery and the motorcycle itself. This is a very simple one to use. You simply plug one end of the charger into your 110 outlet. That powers it up. And it comes with two different very convenient doggles on it. One has alligator clips, and then one can be permanently mounted to the battery once it's on the bike. We're gonna do that on this bike just to show you how it's done. We'll first start with the alligator clips though. I'm gonna plug that in the wire, and then put the red positive on the positive terminal, the black negative on the negative terminal, and let that rest. And it's signifying that it is taking a charge.